It's no secret to anyone that the 2022 Disney Cars mainline is off to a little rocky and unusual start. We always get new package designs, but now we have entirely new blisters that can form to the diecast. We're not used to that. That's strange. Everything was delayed by about 3 months, believe it or not. Yeah, usually the New Year's stuff hits stores somewhere in late October, early November of the prior year, and now they're just finally hitting stores in January and February, so that is wild. And in addition to all of that, there hasn't even been a new car in deluxe, 2-packs, or singles, unless you want to count that Mater with extended hook in one of the 2-packs that hasn't even been released yet. But regardless, I still have faith that this will be a great year for collecting because of the Cars on the Road series, the Disney Plus show that will air sometime later this year in the fall. And Mattel will take full advantage of that as they have done in the past with the movies and stuff and the Cars tunes and all that. So fear not. I think we're just off to a little slow start maybe because of the delays, and they anticipated that. So they thought, well, if this stuff's delayed, it doesn't really matter because it's all going to be re-releases anyway. That's just kind of my optimistic take on it. But either way, here we are, guys. Today we're going to be quote unquote reviewing Case C, also asterisk, of 2022 singles, of course. So basically, there's a lot to cover here, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the video, guys. Yeah, welcome back to another Disney Docket presentation. I hope you are ready for this one. It's going to be exciting. It's kind of the official kickoff to the year. I know we did the deluxe unboxing the other day, but singles is really where it's at, and so that's why I view this as the inauguration, I guess you could say, of the 2022 mainline that I am calling Red Riders. And I hope you do the same. We're going to try and make it a popular thing, the Red Riders mainline. But anyways, I found all these cars at Walmart. I did not get them from my usual supplier, Give Me Collectibles, because he has actually not gotten any singles cases in yet. He is not getting case A in for sure because all the retailers bought them up. So Walmart, Target bought them up. Did I just say Target? It's kind of cool. Walmart and Target bought them all up because they want to sell them. So I actually did end up finding what is not even case A, but rather case C at Walmart. However, this is a modified case C. It's a 12-count case because Walmart is now switching to 12-count cases. That's right. They are not doing the 24 cases anymore, the 24-count cases that we're used to. They, for whatever reason, want to only order 12-count cases. At least that's what we think right now. Maybe they will do a little mix of 12 and 24 count cases, but either way, what the majority of people in the United States are finding are cases of 12 instead of 24, which is literally how it's been forever in the Cars diecast line in terms of singles cases, right? And so that's what I found here. Not a full case C, but a modified one. And so we're going to look at the 12 unique cars in this case, talk about them, and then hopefully in the future I'll be able to do similar videos for case A, B, and then the full C. And then hopefully by the time D and E roll around, Give Me Collectibles will be getting those in stock, and I will unbox those as usual. So yeah, sorry for the big information flood right there. You know, there's just a lot to talk about with the new line. You know, a lot of things to just kind of make sure everyone knows, make sure we're all on the same page. But yeah, let's just get right into it here. We're going to start with Miguel Camino. He is obviously the Spanish World Grand Prix racer. And I do like the presentation of these packages. I like how they look on the red and kind of abstract skyline. Like, it looks nice, even though the backgrounds you can either pick from like the stands, the piston cup stands, I guess, or radiator springs. And so let's pull up one of those real quick here. These are the two options, and so because of that, it really limits the accuracy to which, you know, the character will be in terms of the background. So Miguel Camino wouldn't be accurate to either of them, so I guess they just picked, because he's a racer, might as well put the stands in the back. And because it's so abstract, it could be World Grand Prix, I suppose. So really not the worst decision they made. They still have the metal logo there. It's in the white space here, but this is the main difference. So instead of having a blocky blister in which there is an inner piece of plastic that holds the car in place, now there's just one piece of plastic that just conforms all around the diecast to hold it in place. So this reduces the waste, I guess, even though plastic's recyclable and you'd hope people would recycle it, but it's also then cheaper to make as well. So that is likely why they made this switch here, but they have been using packages like this since 2016. So it's been a very long time actually that they've been considering doing this, but only Latin American countries and Mexico. So yeah, that is Latin America. And then eventually Canada in 2020 also got these packages. So they slowly were encompassing the entire world until now they have encompassed everywhere. All right. On the back here, as seen in Cars 2, so that's another feature that's remained from 2021, along with Shu Todoroki. He is also out. I know Target's getting in case A. I think Shu Todoroki is in that case. Again, it's just kind of very confusing, like who's getting what right now. Some people are finding more than just these 12 at, which I will, by the way, put the full content list of this Walmart KC, is what I'm going to call it, the Walmart KC. I'll put the contents in the description. Some people are finding different cards at Walmart. People are finding stuff at Target. So it's really confusing right now, like what's going on, but just collect, I guess that's the simplest way to put it. Just collect what you want, just find stuff, and it doesn't really matter what case it's in the end, I guess. So here you have Marlon Clutch's McKay. He was just released at the tail end of 2021, so not super enthused to see him return, but not the worst either. As seen in Cars, and now this is where I'm actually very impressed that Mattel has put so much stuff here on the back. You have Matthew True Blue McCrew, APB, Hauling Gas, The King, Murray Clutchburn, Andy Vaporlock, and Tractor. Which one doesn't belong? APB, Cars 3. I don't know why they put him, or her rather, on the back there. But it's nice to see that Tractor's getting re-released. You have Andy Vaporlock, who's in case D. And then some of the other ones here are dispersed out within the first few cases. This actually might be one of the first years where we're getting almost all of the original desert cars to return. I'm not really sure because the main line hasn't panned out yet, but since we're getting Tractor, that is definitely one step closer to it. Or at least a good chunk of them, right? Here you have Lightning McQueen with racing wheels, so the Cars 2 World Grand Prix version. He's been released for many, many years now. As seen in Cars 2, and there you have Mater, Fillmore, Sheriff, Sally, Luigi and Guido, Miguel, and Shu. So it's interesting that on Miguel's card back, they just had these two, but now you have McQueen and they put all of them, all the townies on the back there. It's a little interesting. So have you guys found any 2022 cars yet? Singles, deluxes? No one's found 2-packs anywhere yet. Deluxes have only been found in France, and singles have been found pretty much everywhere, aside from, I think, Latin America and South America, which is ironic because they've been using these packages in Latin and South America since 2016. Or I think it was actually early, it was early 2017. Somewhere around there, they switched to these blisters. But anyway, here you have Liability. Now, he or she was released in 2020 as a Thailand variant, so now she is back. Destroy. Seek and Destroy. I like that. Definitely kind of a more forlorn Thunder Hollow racer, as seen in Cars 3. And you have Rusty's Cruise, Rusty's Racing Center McQueen, Liability, APB. So, they put APB on the Cars 3 and Cars 2 card backs. And then you have Kurt with Bug Teeth there. I know he's in case A. I think there's 2 of them in case A. Next up, you have Jackson Storm. Of course, couldn't go a year without Jackson Storm, obviously. But he actually looks pretty cool on this card back. They really enlarged the artwork. I really do like how the artwork looks on these packages. Now, if I have to see a million of these in the stores, I might not like it as much. Maybe they're just not even making these characters correspond to the movie. They did that last year, at least that's what they were going for. They had different backgrounds and whatnot. But now it looks like they're just throwing whatever cars they want on the card backs, which is fine, I guess, as long as they get the movie correct, the as seen in movie. That's really what I care about. But anyways, Rusty's Cruise again, Liability, APB, Murray Clutchburn, the King, Davey Apex, who they're now calling Dave Alternators, and Ralph Carlo, the Little Turkey Pistons stock car from Cars 1. Alrighty. Now this one is one of my favorites from the case because I love how his artwork looks. Just classic Mater, you know. This is what I was kind of talking about with having the original Desert singles return for another year. I like just being able to put like the Desert one side by side with the modern one and be like then and now. You know, this is how the packages have evolved, and yet the artwork is still exactly the same. Like you'll see that with Sally and McQueen, and I'm sure with Tractor, Luigi and Guido, all of them. And it's really great to see that. Like I love that. Although I think they did change the artwork along the way for Luigi and Guido, but you know, we'll see Ramon, he still has the same artwork. So it's just really cool, really nostalgic for me. And Mater's he's one of the heavier singles. So yeah, I like this a lot. They've been using like his Cars 2 artwork a lot lately, so it's nice to see this return. On the back here, again, Matthew, Ralph, Hall and Gas, Darla Vanderson, Holiday Hotshot, Lightning McQueen, a little late there, Mattel, Marlon, Clutches, McKay, and Fillmore. Very nice. So I do want to emphasize again that these 12 count cases that Walmart is getting, they have one of each of these characters. So you will see 12 cards in this video, and they have one of each of them in the case. No duplicates. So in that sense, it's nice, but the fact that they are getting in like 3 of each of these cases kind of is redundant. It defeats the purpose of reducing the case count to 12 from 24, right? To me, when they do that, they're basically saying, all right, we're not selling this much. There's not enough variety, so please, Mattel, send us 12 count cases because, yeah, this is just way too much, right? And yet, they're almost like buying double now. They're buying, instead of buying like one 24 count case, they're buying 2 12 count cases. That's what I've been kind of seeing from people's reports and even from my in-store findings. As you guys saw in the Hunt episode 19, right? But yeah, this is another really nice one I'm happy about because her artwork looks great. You have Sally. Oh, and then another major difference is that they're putting the name tags now as part of the card instead of having an additional piece within the blister, which I'm totally fine with. Like, I don't mind that at all. But it is a change. On the back here, again, Mater, Sheriff, Fillmore, the King, Darla, Luigi, Guido, Murray, Clutchburn. Yeah, really like her artwork. She has a great representation. It just looks great with Mater. And of course, we'll have Lightning McQueen here. Just like the big 3 almost, you know. They really all look fantastic together here. 3 constant faces of the franchise. Yeah, here is your original Cars 1 Lightning McQueen, and it's great to see him back in the lineup. For whatever reason, they kind of shaft the Cars 1 McQueen, and even sometimes the Cars 3 like final version of McQueen, and yet they love to release Rusty's McQueen and the World Grand Prix version of him. Like, there are Mattel's favorites by far, so it's great to see this one back, undoubtedly. It's the small victories. I've said this before, but you got to celebrate the small things. If we're not getting any new releases, you got to celebrate this kind of stuff. And we've seen this card back before, so no need to waste time on it. All right, now we're getting to, in my opinion, like the best stuff of the case. So here you have Dave Alternators. Now, they did call him Dave Alternators a couple times in the past. I think in 2016 they did. That's the first time they called him that. I think when they released him in 2018, though, they called him TG Castlenut, which obviously was not right. 2020, I think they then reverted back to Dave Alternators. And then he was also released in a Walmart 5-pack, which I'm sure they probably also called him Dave Alternators. So, in essence, what I'm trying to say, the Davey Apex name is dead. But this is not a new Thailand variant because he was released in 2020 for Blue Desert. But the artwork looks great. I remember this artwork was brand new for when he came out in 2016. And here we have some Interesting ones on the card back. You have Timothy Two-Stroke. That's Bugmouth Lightning McQueen. Sally, Sarge, Purple Ramon. Down the pits. Now both of these two are in case D. I think Sarge is as well. And then you have Jonathan Wrenchworth. Very nice to see some Rusty's cars returning. Lots of Cars 1, Cars 2 influence in the early stages of this 2022 mainline. As you can see, there's barely any Cars 3 stuff in this case, aside from like Liability and Jackson Storm. Next up, you have Darla Vanderson. So this is one of the more obscure ones from the case, one of the more strange characters, as she's just a race fan. And this is her first time being released from Thailand. So our first Thailand variant for the day. Her artwork looks good. Yeah, we'll do a quick comparison. I don't think I will review Darla because she looks to be pretty similar to her original release, all things considered. I do think I will review Murray Clutchburn, though, from Thailand, who we'll get to in a moment here, because I think he's pretty different, actually. And there you go. No new characters, but yeah, it's so weird. Like some of these, like these are all out somewhere. I think at Target, maybe in case A, but I know people have found these at Walmart as well. So maybe Walmart's getting in some 24 count cases as well, but I don't think so. Like it's just so hard to figure it out right now until we get more reports in. Anyway, second to last is Strip Weathers, aka The King. Now, everyone loves seeing the King, obviously based on and voiced by Richard Petty. And so he's just iconic on any package. He looks great. Another original 2006 release. But yeah, he's been released from Thailand before. He has a very light blue, though. I mean, just look at that. Look how different the shades of blue are there. Wow. Here you have that same card back again. And last, but certainly not least, is the new Thailand variant of Murray Clutchburn. Actually, this time. Last year, they released Murray Clutchburn as well with this Cars 1 artwork, but the diecast was actually his Cars 3 stock car. So now they have made up for that and released the Cars 1 stock car. And he looks pretty good. I'm actually a big fan of the vibrant orange because I know on the original version from China, the orange is not this vibrant. So I think it looks pretty good, and I do intend to review him. Probably will be my first 2022 like diecast review and everything. Yeah. Should have gotten this guy last year, though. It would have probably been ideal. And then we could have gotten someone else this year. But yeah, there you guys go. Thank you so much for watching this case review. I know it's very different from our usual unboxings because one, we don't have anything to unbox, and two, there's only 12 instead of 24, but we just got to adapt to the new changes Mattel is making and try and figure out how to, make it work here on the channel. It's nothing we could do, right? So might as well make the best of it. And if I am able to find like a bunch of cars from case A at Target, even though they now cost $5 each, I'll probably get them and do a similar video to this as well. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you soon for another video. Bye now.